Hey everybody, this is Pastor Andrew. I had tried to film a Church in the Word Bible study for tonight, but it didn't work. Not that the study wasn't good, but it's just the camera and different things with the technology was giving me some issues and problems. And so I find myself here now in my office, in my study, where I find myself most days of the week as I prepare for sermons or prepare Bible studies or do church work, administration work. But I want to share with you just for a moment from the scriptures. I still want to have something tonight for you to learn from and hopefully be encouraged by. So it won't be the same Bible study I had prepared. I'll do that some other time. But I want to go back to a verse that speaks so real to me. And it's a verse that for me has been, I'll call it a crutch. I'll call it, that support that I've needed. Not only in my past, but even in recent days. I think we can all agree that we're getting a bit tired with this COVID-19. Frustrated, overwhelmed. For some people, their anxiety has increased. For others, issues that they thought they had put to rest have now started to come around again, and they're feeling overwhelmed or depressed or anxious, or their compulsion is getting out of control. This is not an easy time to be living, not because we're not prepared, but because we don't know what the next day is going to hold. We all kind of seem to be at the whim of ruling and regulations. And don't get me wrong, I think policies and procedures are really important. But it can be exhausting every day waiting to 2 o'clock to find out who has a sickness or if we have any more cases and what the rules are now and what we can and cannot do. And you almost you can only walk in pins and needles for so long before you really start to feel it. And I have to be honest, I'm starting to feel it. I've been finding myself exhausted and tired and a little bit anxious. And I want to do the right thing, and I want to be a pastor that serves his people, but at times I can feel just so weak, and I can just feel so inadequate. And I know that I'm not the only one, no doubt. Some of you watching tonight feel the same way. And I find myself going back to the verse in the book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. It says, "For we do not have a high priest incapable of sympathizing with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in every way just as we are, yet without sin. Therefore let us confidently approach the throne of grace to receive mercy and find grace whenever we need help." Isn't that good? I want to read it again because I need to hear it today. And I think you need to hear it today. "For we do not have a high priest," that's Jesus, "incapable of sympathizing with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in every way just as we are, yet without sin. Therefore let us confidently approach the throne of grace to receive mercy and find grace whenever we need help." I don't know about you, but I'm finding myself tired. I'm finding myself weak. I'm finding myself in a place where I need help. And it's not that I'm not doing what needs to be done. It's not that I'm not trying my best, but it just seems that there's a deficiency. There's that part of me that just can't seem to get over that last bump or make it up that last hill. But I am so thankful today that my great high priest, Jesus, is able to understand my weakness. The verse says he sympathizes, he identifies, he can understand, he can relate to your tired of weariness or tired of worry, to that feeling of anxiousness and being overcome, that feeling of being exhausted. He knows. Now, he was tempted in every way, yet he did not sin, and he's perfect. And so, understanding ourselves that he understands, knowing that he knows, we can have confidence to approach the throne of grace in our time of need. The scripture says whenever we need help. I love that. It reminds me that I may need to make an appointment to see my doctor or my dentist, or I need to make an appointment to have my tires changed. But I don't need to call ahead or make an appointment to meet with God. He's as close as the mention of his name. And so tonight, if you're a little bit like me, and you just feel like you're getting worn down, I think Julia mentioned to me yesterday, it's over 90 days now since the public state of emergency, the health emergency, has come into effect. It's been going on a long time. And if I'm going to be honest, I foresee it going on even longer. I think that we're maybe halfway, 2/3 way through this. I want to get back to having services together and gathering together. I want to get back to our regular prayer meetings and Bible study. I want to get back to our kids' night and youth nights. I want to get back, and I hope that's going to happen in a timely fashion. But in the meantime, I find strength and support and encouragement to know that he understands. God has not forgotten me, and God hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't put us to one side or has turned his back to us. But as the blessing goes in the book of Numbers, may his face shine upon you. And I believe it does. So this evening at 8:15, 8:15, we're going to have a call-in prayer meeting. We've been having these for a few weeks now, mostly on Friday nights, but the last couple of weeks haven't been able to do it the same. We're going to have a call-in prayer meeting. And if you would like the details for this call-in prayer meeting, you can message the church or contact me, message me on Facebook, or if you have my cell phone number, you can text me. And what that will require is you dialing in a certain number, phone number, and then putting in an access code. And I will give you the access code. I won't put that publicly on this video or online because not because I don't want everyone in there, but you don't know who could come in and try to cause a problem or maybe just trying to be nosy. But if tonight you want to join and pray with us and you want to approach the throne of grace, what a wonderful place to go. You know, where could I go but to the Lord? And in times like these, I feel that the throne of grace is where I feel most at home, because I've been there so many times before. And so tonight, if you want to join us for this call-in prayer service at 8:15, I encourage you to do so. I'm going to post the number in the this post here tonight, the number, the phone number. But if you would like the access code to join us, then I'd like for you to message me or text me, and I will try to get that to everyone who's done so. My only thing to say about this is that you will need Canada-wide calling or long-distance calling because the program that we're using, the number is for Alberta. And so you need to be able to call to Alberta for free through the Canada-wide calling or long-distance. Otherwise, you may be charged for it. That's my only caveat about it. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm really sorry that the Bible study didn't work out like I was hoping it to. Technology is great when it works, but it can be a real handful when it doesn't. And so I hope that this verse, and me just being honest tonight, encourages you that we're all in this together, and that we have a God. We serve a Lord who understands what we're going through. We serve a God who can sympathize and relate to what we're going through today. And he doesn't cast us away. He doesn't say, I'm too busy. But the scripture says his ears are attuned to the righteous. And so let us confidently go with boldness, the scriptures say, before the throne of grace, knowing that when we cry out to him and speak to him, He listens. He hears. He knows. Hope you can join us tonight in our prayer service at 8:15. And again, if you want to have the details for that, you can message the church account or send me a message on Facebook or text me, and we will try to get that out to you tonight before the prayer service. All right. God bless you. I love you, Calvary Church family, and we'll be praying for you tonight. Bye-bye.